Alright guys, welcome to a Valorant map review. Today I'm going to be looking over Cloud9 versus DRX as they play Pearl. Cloud9, this was from the series in Sao Paulo lock-in. Cloud9 do end up losing this whole series 2-1, but they win the opening map of Pearl 13-3. When you look at that scoreline, you assume, Pearl is an attack-sided map. Maybe they just dominated attack side, and you would be wrong. Cloud9 actually start on the defense, and DRX plant 8 times. DRX plant 8 times of the 12 rounds on the first half, but Cloud9 retake 6 times. So an attack-sided map, Cloud9 able to retake so consistently. I wanted to go in and really look at how in the world did they pull it off. So already in round 1, DRX are going towards long B. Spot 1, and they even get stacks the ult door, but Ye is here in the back hall. Puts himself on top of the wall. So that could catch DRX off guard. Buzz swings through, finds one, can't flick up to Ye's head fast enough. Mako also out in the open, which gives Ye an opportunity for another kill there. So that's 2 so far. Swings out, can't... well, they all line up, and the fight is going the way of Cloud9. A good wall to allow the defuse to happen as well, coming in from Zels's Phoenix. Only survived with 2. But that's really, really strong opening round from Cloud9. Ye holding the back of the hall, I think, is the really important part. He didn't really give DRX control of the site, which meant that they weren't able to fully set up on B before, the B hallway, long B, until the retake started. It was a very fast rotation for the retake as well, likely because of how many people Vanity spotted at the start of the round. But already in round number 2, DRX is going to be trying to play the same thing again. Not really forcing up onto this one. Looks like they just want to use their utility to get the bomb plant down. They do have RB with a little bit of a buy. But here is Vanity with the judge. Leaf gets the first. Not really going to know that Vanity is here. Swings out. That 10% judge buff that Vanity gets certainly going to give him that kill. Ooh. The fact that Cloud9 survive with all 5, only Vanity's going to need to rebuy armor as well, because everyone else has full 50 here. Means that Cloud9's economy is going to start to build up. For 0-4-1 for Leaf and Ye. Really good start for those 2 guys. Getting that ult up for Leaf as well, I think, is going to be very powerful. I mean, it's the best. It's essentially the best ultimate in the game. So if you can stack all your orbs onto KJ, then there's definitely an advantage there. Bonus round for Cloud9. Only have 1 rifle versus the 5 of DRX. Bit of a mid push here, and Zelsis is trying to take control of a main. Gets that ult orb himself. Because when you play Phoenix, you really want to farm those ult orbs. Presence at mid, B connector, does pull a bit of Cloud9's attention, but everyone's slow walking out, and it's going to be, looks like it's going to be a full 5-man down long B. There's not a lot of eyes onto this position, so they're going to play a smoke there. Oh, just a quick little brief retrieval. Wait, was that? Oh, that's to hide the alarm bot. Smart. Okay, but now that the stars are coming in, they should know there's going to be a full B execute in. Very quick dash in, but Vanity still has the judge, and one and done. Buzz is down. Stinger gets 1. Vanity doesn't want to overcommit onto this one. It is a judge. It doesn't work too well at range. But 2 versus 2, the bomb hasn't even been planted just yet. Zels is also rotated here from the A site. Oh, and now it's all down to RB. Has to rotate away. Not a lot of time. I think that was a star plant just for a little bit of a fake, but it doesn't look like Cloud9 are buying it. So the plant does come through. And the suck doesn't hit him, so he's able to actually get the plant. Really like this. Vanity does go down, but the fact that he had the judge and they knew that the range of engagement would not favor the shotgun at all, instead he just jumps across, baits out RB, gives Zelsis the opportunity. So unfortunate that Vanity died, but he was already low. It's not the worst thing, and again, it's the bonus round, so they're going to be rebuying a lot of stuff going into round 4 anyway. Good swing out by Leaf in the replay. I still can't tell if he's trying to do that to the crowd or to DRX. The snapping, I think, means that it's for DRX. Zeppa's getting ready out mid. I don't think it connected. They're going to fall back, but you can see Vanity still tucked in. But DRX are definitely playing for mid control. In the early part of this round, they have 2 players on the extremities to watch for any pushes, but then 3 of them pushing up mid. This is an eco versus Cloud9, so Cloud9 are playing this very, very safe. You don't want to give an opportunity for a solo player to get rushed by multiple pistols, lose a rifle, and give the ecoing team an opportunity to make something more of it. So these are definitely the rounds that when you it's sort of a conundrum or a contradiction in a way. When you have a huge advantage, are the rounds that you need to play the safest. When you have a disadvantage, are the rounds you need to play in some ways more aggressive or take some more gambles. Leaf was trying to pull a lot of aggro to give Vanity the opportunity. Still no kills. Damage a little bit traded, barely favoring Cloud9. And Leaf. Ooh, the timing on the swing. Well, it doesn't matter because Zelsis was there. They do lose Zeppa in the meantime. But the advantage for Cloud9. A couple of ults at the ready, and in fact, Leaf is going to use his ultimate. They really want to make sure that they win this next round. Ooh, Zelsis swings out. Can't actually find with it because of RB's hold. But because he was ulted, he's able to give a second go at it, and a 4-player survival rate of round 4 means that, yeah, Cloud9's... Their economy for Zelsis and Ye is looking really, really good. So they're building their funds up. DRX shouldn't be too upset by this. They got the plant down, but they only got 1 kill. So on the economic side of things, could have been better, but it was a light buy anyway. Skip through this. A lot of players close to ult, especially on the side of DRX. One full ult and 4 players just shy of theirs versus 3 players shy of theirs on the side of Cloud9. I swear that was scratching my nose. I wasn't picking it. I need to be mindful when I'm on camera. I might put a sensor bar over that. Okay, double push down long B. Mako is holding this. There's no sign for it, but the fact that he wins the first and holds for the second. That's a really good hold. That's going to give DRX a huge advantage here. They can really play with what they want now, especially considering how difficult it is for the defense side to rotate from one site to the other. It's not a straight shot any way you cut it. They're cutting noise, though, because they wanted to keep Cloud9 sweating and keep them separated. They don't want to give any early warning system to call a rotate. They want to make the other site delayed as possible in their movement, but now they're going to hit the site. It's just Vanity here. If you can get a few... Oh, he's not checked by Buzz, so that you can get at least 1. And this is giving time for the rest of Cloud9 to rotate on in. Stax is going to shut that one down, though. And look at the map. Look at Mako there with the flank through mid. So 2 versus 4 is very doable, but Mako's going to be here to shut it down. Hypothetically. Yeah, they're not going to play expecting that because you really cannot play for it. It's just Leaf in a 1 versus 4. Going to try and find someone peeking him, but DRX aren't going to be giving any opportunities to make this any easier. DRX able to get the first round. But again, we were looking at the Cloud9 economy. Should be good enough. Shouldn't be too worried just yet. And that was a really good flank there by Mako to really shut that down. Not losing a single one once they're in the 4 versus 2 is really strong for DRX and their potential comeback. 4 rifles or 5 rifles across the board, both teams. Get an operator out for Yay with a couple of ultimates on their side, but 3 ultimates on the side of DRX. That's going to be 2 players spotted by the... Or was it both players? Zeppa might have been just on the extremity of it. Ooh, Zeppa actually avoids it, which is why he steps back into it to give support to Yay that could be potentially unexpected, but they're not going to be peeking in to the operator. This is a pretty good guess that Yay is going to have an operator at this point. Why else would a Sage be at mid? And now Zeppa is going to get tagged, so they have information that there's going to be 2 players there. And so they're going to be falling back from mid. They don't want to fight over that anymore. And it looks like everyone's going to be walking towards the B site for your standard Pearl hit. No one spotted at connector. This means that, okay, well, Cloud9, they initially weren't quite sure of which side it was going to be, but now they know it's B. You can already see Zealous rotating in. Yay should be following. 1-for-1 trade, but Sax gets revived. So advantage on the side of DRX. And the plan's going to come down, but a lot of utility has been used up and is now failing. RB had to throw the Astro Wall in, and that's even going to be... Oh, that was for a brief moment of Mako ultimate, but the duels are all being won by Cloud9. It was a blink of an eye and everyone died on the side of... I'm going to rewatch that again. It happened so fast. Okay. A good flash. And a lot of people just peek out at the same time. Leaf, Zeppa, Zelsis. Just winning on the duels. Not just winning on the duels, the fact that they push together, and they even seem to be using that Astro ultimate to their advantage. You saw Zelsis especially there coming in from upper, peeking back and forth in and out. But and yeah, Mako losing the ultimate, like that was not even fully deployed before he got taken out. That was in the replay. What is that? Oh, unfortunate timing. Really good play by Cloud9 though, again, because they were able to get the rotate in. They were delayed. They were stalled just enough to not allow DRX to get their post-plant set up. Really set up at all. So that's a huge round for Cloud9 to win. DRX really upset that they'll lose that one. Knife is going to spot... I think that was both. This is a bad habit of rewinding when I'm doing a bot review. Okay, I think that was both, but Benny might have just barely dodged that one. Off the back of Buzz's ultimate usage, it is going to be a full buy across the board once again. Yay, still holding on to the operator. Slow Orb comes out. So that's going to give information that there is going to be a Sage at the bottom of that hallway, which is why Zest swung his drone through the doors to get as much information as possible. And they're heading over towards A. Dog comes out through sewer. Oh, this is looking good. It spotted. It absolutely spotted 2. It might have even spotted 3, but Buzz is already on the site. Gets a nice kill onto Vanity. That's going to shut that one down. And Zeppa dying too. Zelsis gets tagged. Sprayed on through the smoke. And explosive entry gives DRX the A site. Really hard retake here. In fact, looking at the map, Ye is on the opposite side of the map. They're not even going to try and retake. They just want to hold on to the operator here. Leaf is trying to do as much economic damage as possible. Is able to get 1. But this is not a play to win the round. Gets a 2nd. So the damage is looking good. Baits the plant. What's also strong about this is more than just the 2 kills that he got to keep the eco low on the side of DRX. It also keeps DRX from chasing down Ye and from getting that operator away from him. Because while Cloud9, their economy looked good, they've taken a couple of losses. You can see the money on the left side. There are a few players that are kind of low. But even beyond that, the operator's expensive. You don't want to give that one up at all. And you have to imagine that with as attack-sided this map is, they know that they cannot... You don't want to rely on being able to retake.
Stark contrast as well, because think about the previous, it's Zeppa and Ye posted up very deep. The drone spots it, and they drift back into this deep setup. So
one ult in play for DRX. A few players close for Cloud9.
Like I said, it's the first time we've seen a confident...
No one else really close on the side of DRX. Once again, DRX are going to be playing in for a little bit of mid control. They got shut down on their B holds multiple times. So it looks like they're just not comfortable with that, despite going B. In their previous Pearl face-off against BBL, they went B so often, and that's really what teams like to exploit on this map. But Cloud9 have been so good at retaking that it just makes DRX want to get a couple of kills before they take a site. It's going to be a lot of pressure in towards mid. They do push Leaf away and going in through connector here. All into Vanity and back hauls once again. If you can get 1... Could hold stuff down, but they know that he's there, and actually he's gonna fade away through the enemy smoke. Well, his own smoke combined with the enemy smoke. He's gonna fade away because they want to make this a 5v5. Stacks taking pretty low as well, so that's gonna give at least a little bit of an advantage if they can chip him down to 0. Waiting for some things to fade. Vanity's re-entry does get taken out. And this is a nice angle for Zest to hold. Is able to get 1, and Zelsis comes up huge, gets 2 kills, activates the ultimate, and they're going to try and shut this one down. Doesn't even need that. Leaf has the angle anyway. So the ultimate, I mean, it was a good ultimate usage, but it wasn't even necessary here because Leaf had the headshots. 6 versus 2. Again, really, really good retake from Cloud9. Cloud9's strength here on the defensive side is not overcommitting onto the hold. Like Vanity pulling away was really, really smart, but then also just playing off of each other when they do go for the retakes. Playing at the same time, playing super, super fast, not letting DRX get into post plants. Because that's where this long B gets very, very difficult. And in fact, DRX weren't even planting. Wait a second. Why didn't they plant for long B? I completely missed that the first time around. Why didn't they? I'm not going to go through this whole thing again. I just want to see them plant. Why didn't they plant for long B? They were so uncomfortable with someone swinging out. Yeah, again, that just shows how dominating Cloud9 have been, not just on the scoreboard, but in the mental game as well. Because to exploit the long B hold, you don't want to be in that little cubby, that little corner. That was a plant just to get the plant down and then cross your fingers that you can hold it from that point. But that wasn't necessarily playing for the post round. Okay. Round 9, 6-2. Once again, DRX going in towards mid. Good opening kill by Stacks here. CA dropped, but Vanity has the op. Yeah, actually, Vanity's hold on to the op this time around, onto B. I think Ye's wanted to play a little more flex in mid, so giving him the rifle's a good call. Even better call because he gets taken out. You don't lose the operator just yet. Yuck, yuck. But with that, they pull away. They're afraid of a trade, a repush, and then it's going to be slow walking towards A. And Zealous is played out. We saw him get that ult orb previously. And so he should have a great opportunity here, especially with Zeppa holding the side angle to support. Here's something going to swing out. Flashes. That was an opportunity that he missed. Split the difference in the spray and gets some damage onto Buzz, but that's about it. That's absolutely huge. That's gutting. Zeppa's able to get one. Zeppa gets two, so it does shut the takedown. Oh, man, that is very fortunate that Zeppa is there to clean up, because you would think that missing that opportunity could have been the round, but they're able to stabilize and not allow the plant to go down this time. Zeppa flashes out. Gets taken out by Mako through the smoke. But they still need to plant. And Leaf, yeah, is going to spray through. Here's the plant go down. Knows where it's going to be at. No time to plant. Vanity playing safe. Just holding on to the operator. Only peeks out once the round was already lost.
It's just insane the amount of support that Vanity's able to supply in that situation as well. I mean, we've been talking about it. Zeus is going unchallenged here. I mean, it's...
Why are we replaying this one again? You can see, okay, so you can see with that initial swing out. This happens all the time. Look at this. Yeah, he's like splitting the difference. Everyone's lined up in such a way that while trying to shoot at everyone, you shoot at nobody. And he corrects eventually to stacks, but but the recovery is there, so we're not gonna we don't want to lean on that for too much. Round 10. Bit of a bad buy for DRX, if I do say so myself. Get here with the operator back in his hands, tries to flick up, gets taken pretty low himself, so lucky he's able to fall away. Has to activate his own healing. Now the knife is going to come out. It's going to spot. I think it spots all three. Zelsus might have avoided it. Oh wait, it showed to be right there. I got to start paying attention to not the map. Okay, so it only spotted two. It was Leaf that wasn't spotted. But the fact that they recognize that it's more players than they expected there, they are going to back away and try and rotate towards mid or A. RB is left, just to make sure that no one backfills them. But in this position, DRX are playing it intelligently. They're going to be basically pack playing it. They want to be able to trade if they come across a rifle. With the inferior firepower that they have. Oh, I don't know if Vanity spotted anything. He spots one. He's going to fall away. Zeppa ultimate activated. But it's still going to be a plant on the A side. Good tag. Good kill by Ye. Ooh, it's going to be great shotgun angle to hold. Gets one, is going to stall them out, and for a brief moment, it looked like Zest could have had the angle with the tunnel vision. But now what can RB do? They get the plant down, but they only get one kill, so again, it's not the best. And it wasn't even planted for him. They just wanted to get the plant down. I think DRX were hoping to control the back of A. You saw with that shotgun play. Really just hold down C9 there and maybe expect that a few more people would come in through Link. But 8-2. DRX not looking great. They have a couple of ultimates to use. Well, 3. That's more than Cloud9 have, so the hope would be that it could at least make it 8-4. Did that flash tag anything? Hard to tell. But I'm not a Sky main, so I don't have the ears for it just yet.
Now the problems start to show with DRX playing this slow. C9 are playing a different early round every single round.
An aggressive gamble play coming in through the smoke, and Zeppa spots one. But the swing out with the crossfire is able to get Mako down, and I think they might have spotted Stacks retreating away as well. The dog is going to confirm that. But because they only spot those two, they don't spot the spike at all. For a brief moment, it looked like they were rotating over towards B, but because there was no action happening on there, they maybe second guessed themselves. But now it is going to be hit. It's going to be another plant. It's going to be Cloud9 playing for the retake, but they do have a 5 versus 4 advantage here once again. And they played around the enemy Astro Wall previously. So this definitely shouldn't be too uncomfortable for them. The problem is Stacks is trying to lurk in through mid. You can see the arrow from Zeppa is aware of that possibility, but they also don't want to waste too much time waiting for a lurk that may never happen. Leaf is able to isolate Stacks, gets flash, Stacks gets one. And this is going to keep Zeppa distracted for a brief moment, but he's going to take him out. And now, oh, Zeppa swinging on in, multiple kills, 4 kills. Can he get the full-on ace? No, RB's actually gets a double spray on this huge, but no clue that Ye is swinging in from the backside. But there is no time for the defuse. Heavy damage onto DRX's economy, but they get the bomb, the spike explosion anyway. Very, very close, though. Once again, Cloud9 showing that their retakes are strong. They just barely missed the mark on that one, timing-wise. But in the end, it turns out that Stacks' lurk at mid was really the main distraction point for that time advantage. Not giving any time for the spike to be defused. Ye with another cheeky wall angle. With the operator still, but it's going to be a DRX hit towards A. Bird gets a little bit of information. Flash at the ready. The dogs are going to confirm how many people are out there, and oh boy. Really good peek out with the ultimate. Zelsis finds 2, falls back, finds a 3rd. Oh, well, with Zeppa. He's able to get multiple frags, so just this push completely shut down. Oh man, Mako finds 1 before he dies to Zeppa. But that's doesn't mean anything at this point because that's the last round of the first half. Moving here on to the second half, you can see on the scoreboard how strong of a performance has been for Cloud9, specifically Leaf, Zeppa, and Zelsis. Being at least 1 kill a round is very, very strong. Like, regardless of the deaths, just having 1+ kill a round is solid performance. DRX really want this pistol to mount a comeback. If they lose this, it's going to be rough surfing for them. Bit of a spread default here, in contrast to DRX's pack push down long B. Buzz spotted 1, immediately pings that as well. There's not going to be an over-rotate though, because it is only 1. Yeah, spike gets picked up. Looks like it is going to be a hit towards B. Dog comes out, spots 1, and that's a nice wall to block Zest away. Mako's going to have to try and answer back. Gets 1 onto Ye, and the Molly is going to push him away. Gives Leaf a bit of forward pressure. Doesn't push through it, though. Goes for the duel. Classic versus a Phantom. It's not great. Or, not a Phantom, the Silence Pistol. And they're actually going to rotate through that wall. It's a really nice here. Look at this. Look, really nice one-way usage of this. And this being not a one-way smoke, but a one-way point of access. Cutting noise to do it. And Zest holding here at sewer just shows how little information DRX have. All basically snowballing from that wall. Zelsis is here to try and sell a fake, but it's not going to work with how long it took that fight to happen. Though apparently it worked enough because there's a bit of a rotate here. Yeah, I don't know why Zest would have rotated onto B. You would have to assume that just one player stepping out from behind a wall that you can, or that wasn't even the attacker's Viper wall anyway. C9 playing onto A. They do get the spike plant down. 3 versus 3.
Now, even with all that consideration, we are in a 3v3 post plant now, and it's tricky to move these players out of these positions.
Strong spike plant position as well. Whether you have someone A-link or not, it means that you don't have to swing out quite so far when you check from A main. Leaf being on site, gets one, can't quite get the second. Zess is going to take him out. Mako's going to try and stick the defuse. The Suck's going to pull him off. Doesn't even allow him to get to half. Zeppo swings out, finds one. Mako immediately trades, puts into a 1 versus 1. Zeppo on so low HP. Very nervous play, but doesn't allow the defuse to come on in. Does go to the spike, but it's a pistol, so doesn't really matter. 10-3. Pistol round 1 by Cloud9 is a huge continuation of the advantage that they have already built up.
Seconds ahead of this site here coming through. There was 3 members of DRX on this side of the map, and they still weren't ready.
Worrying times for DRX.
Like, honestly, so far Cloud9 have just been running rings around DRX. They've rarely, if ever, had the same defensive setup. And so, and here, you have to imagine that that's going to continue on the attacking side. They're not going to let DRX get comfortable, get familiar reads at all. Knife's going to go in towards A main. Should find a couple of connections there. And the dog's going to come in, and I don't think it's spotted anything. The follow-up flash there at mid from Zeppa's not going to find anything either, but it's still going to be a spike execute. Onto the A site, multiple pieces of utility going in. Don't find any connections for kills just yet, but at the very least it does push DRX back. That gives Vandy the opportunity. He's not going to go for the plant. He's actually going to try and clear the site. Gets 2 kills here. That's going to give the freedom for the spike plant to go down. No control over A link does mean that you got to plant in the traditional spot. Ooh, that molly's going to hurt. Stays alive through it. And then gets healed from Ye's heal orb. And now Buzz is finally here. Had a long rotate. He's going to peek out by himself. Mako had pulled away from the angle because of the smoke. So a bit of a disconnect here by DRX. Now what can Mako do? 1 versus 3 going to be very, very difficult. Ooh, spotted. With the range, he's going to try and pull out his sheriff, but not going to find any heads. 11-3. What does DRX's economy looks like? They're able to buy up. It's not super comfortable. A bit of light armor and a bulldog, but it's definitely close enough. But it's not quite a bonus round for Cloud9 either, though. They already have 3 rifles. Make that 4, actually. Yeah, choosing which one he wants, but he's definitely going to be trading his Marshall for a rifle in this round. Another aggressive play here. A main. Flash is going to... the flash combination with the slow orb means that if someone was going to try and play A main, they would be immediately eliminated, essentially. But with all the noise that they made, there's no need to try and cut noise and play it slow. They just full on execute, even use Vandy's ultimate that he's able to gather from the 4K from the previous round. Clear the back of the site. Stax and Mako able to find kills of their own, so this does make it a little less comfortable, but Leaf trading things back. Zelsis also getting more. It's all into Buzz. Has to dash away, gets blinded. And what can you do in this situation? 1 versus 3. Already setting up for the post plant, and Ye on another high position. Constantly making people guess what angle he's going to be on. Throwing some Fortnite verticality in this game. 12 versus 3. And DRX's economy, I mean, you got to force into this. Really good duels coming out from Cloud9. They're just going to be playing blow to blow, head to head. And the Astra ultimate, Cosmic Divide, very strong for those duels to be won in their favor. Once again, they've been playing the exact same setup with the flash into the slow orb. But it's only Zelsis there. A little bit of a fake, perhaps. But it's not. It's going to get bit a little bit. You can see the KO Stacks pulling away from mid just a touch, just in case. But now that there's been nothing else, no other contact, they're rotating away. In fact, it is going to be a push over towards B main the spot onto Zeppa, but it's only Zeppa because of that Viper wall. In fact, in a way, DRX have cut off information from themselves, which is why we still don't see a rotate from Stacks or RB. But now the push is going to come on in. Zelsis flashes himself, but it's with the Phoenix ult, so it's not too mindful. It's going to be followed by Zeppa. Mako and Buzz do get kills, but Vanity's there for the trade. This is a really good hold, but it's still a 3-on-3, and Leaf is coming up huge. With those kills, Leaf is able to drop that ultimate, get a third kill as well. So now it is all onto RB, 1 versus 3, final round of the map. You have to go for this. But with the time being wasted and delayed by the Killjoy ultimate, the spike plant still hasn't gone down, so not going to be a huge advantage. But where are you going to be placing these stars? Oh, spotted by Zelsis. Got to go for a play, but Cloud9 with the numbers advantage had the lineup. So after watching that map, I don't think Cloud9 cracked the code on the defensive side here. I think it just shows their understanding of the strength of post plants, and as often as they could, they didn't allow DRX to get strong post plants. They would often give up the site and play for retakes, but with the tempo that didn't allow DRX to maintain and control, in a way almost using the spike plant as a trap. But in many ways, this is also just Cloud9 on this map, on this day, playing better. DRX do get their revenge. They still take the series 2-1 in very dominant fashion as well. I think it was single-digit losses across the board on, yeah, all 3 maps had single-digit losses. Cloud9 were the losers on 2 of them. So it's not like Cloud9 completely took over the series after this one. DRX definitely traded heavier blows in return. But at least on this map, which was Cloud9's pick, feel obviously very, very comfortable with it.